I was wondering how difficult it is to train an object detection model in 2026. The last time I heard something for object detection was YOLO. I did some research on myself and figured out there is a new transformer based model which is as fast as YOLO and as accurate as YOLO, or maybe more accurate than YOLO, but that needs to be decided, and the model is RF-DETR, which is from RoboFlow. In this video, I will show you how you can train your own RF-DETR based object detection model for your own dataset. So let's get started. The first thing you will need is a dataset. There is a strong possibility that your dataset is available on RoboFlow universe. So you can search for your dataset. If luckily you find your dataset here, make sure you also check the license of that dataset. You need to check if it is available for commercial use or not. Otherwise, you can buy the dataset from RoboFlow itself. Let's say your object detection case is so unique that you don't have dataset available publicly. What you can do is that you can gather some images and use this label img tool to annotate the images. But since we are working with RoboFlow and RF-DETR based model, when you label the images, make sure you use COCO format. I will be showing the COCO format in a bit. This repository is archived since February 29, 2024, but it works well. There are other tools available as well. You can use any of the annotation tool you like. Now let's look how the COCO annotation format looks like. So here I have a dataset folder. It has test, train and valid folder. Each folder contains a couple of things, bunch of images and underscore annotations under .coco.json file. When you open this coco.json file, so I have opened the annotations.coco file for the train folder, it will have a couple of things: info, licenses. This is not mandatory. There are three mandatory things. First, categories, which holds the categories of your objects in the dataset. Then there is images. It must have ID, file name, height and width. Other things are not mandatory. But when you create dataset or annotate your images with any of the labeling or annotation tool, these things will automatically created. I'm just showing here for your knowledge. And the third thing is this here. So each image then will have bounding box for that object category. So this is how you have your dataset. Once your dataset is ready, there are a few lines of code that you need to run. It is always better to run the training file on GPU. Since I have GPU, I'm running this file on my local machine. But if you don't have GPU, you can run the same code on Google Colab as well. So the first thing I'll do is make sure I have GPU available. There is clear requirements.txt file and UV log file is there. So in case you want to run this locally, you can create a new environment using UV, and I think Python 3.12.11 with UV you can do both the things. Use Python version and create a virtual environment and install dependencies. Once you are ready, then the first thing I'm doing here is checking whether the existing RF-DETR medium model has capacity to identify pan object from my dataset. So if it is, then I'll use the existing model, but I have checked it, it is not the case. So let me run the cell. I want to identify pen specifically, and you can see it is identifying a person, cup, table, book, but it is not able to identify pen. So that's a good sign. We can train a new model. Now we already have discussed this, but still your data set needs to be in this way. It must have test, train and valid folder, and each folder must have images that you want to train on, and then underscore annotations.coco.json file that contains information about the images and objects inside the images. Then these 3 lines will train a new model. Now there are a couple of variants available: nano, medium, small, large and extra large version of RF-DETR is available. So you can choose the model based on your requirement and your need. I'm here using medium model and I'm running it for just 10 epochs. I'll suggest you run it for smaller epochs, because using higher epochs will not guarantee higher accuracy. So I'll just run the cell. This can take a couple of minutes to train. You can see the training is started. Once the training completes, I'll resume the video. Now the training of the model is completed and it has created output folder into the root directory, and it has checkpoints. These are the checkpoints from my previous run as well, but you will have a checkpoint based underscore total pth, and then there is a log txt as well, result json and matrix of the training as well. So let's see the matrix. You can see the matrix: average, precision, training, validation, loss and accuracy. So once you are satisfied, there are these 3 cells that you can use to trace the model's performance on unseen data set. But I'm not going to run this because I have created this for demonstration purpose. But the now important thing is to infer the model. So what I have done is that I have written some code which loads the model from the checkpoints that has been created when we did the training. Then we optimize the model, then load the image, go to the model and draw the bounding boxes. So when I run the code on the same image, by the way, you'll see it is now able to detect pen with 0.87 confidence. This is good. And I hope you remember that I have trained the model for just 10 epoch and I have used the medium RF-DETR version. So I guess this is it from my side for this video. The code I have used is available on my GitHub and the link is in the description of this video. If you have gained some knowledge out of this video, consider subscribing to my channel. That helps. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the life, feel the music. Peace.